Hello, Jim. This is your WWT former WWT World Heavyweight Champion, Undisputed Champion, Moneymaker, and I'm here with XWA's all-time greatest, Evan Starr.
Oh yes, what's up, people? I'm glad to be on here. It's really an honor. This is just kind of sort of happened, but I'm really grateful to be on here.
So, Evan, I got a question to ask you. I've been watching XWA a lot. I like it. I'm really into it. Me and a few of my crew members in WWT, we really enjoy it. So, I want to just ask you, what made you all want to do this? What made you all want to do backyard wrestling?
Well, one day it was me and another wrestler that wrestles named Lil Money. We was watching wrestling. We've been wrestling, watching wrestling for like years, and like it's been a long, long time. And one day came up to me like, you know what? Let's go back on trampoline and do like play wrestle like we used to do. Like, you know what?
Right.
Oh, great idea. But like, come on, let's make it into like YouTube and all that. Like, sure, I'll get all the stuff and then we can do it. And then it was just all put together. Then this happened, and I never watched backyard wrestling at the time. If I did, it was some company that probably never existed. They were just just doing stuff, but then I actually started watching backyard wrestling and getting to know what backyard wrestling was, and
Hmm.
it just happened to be one of the major topics in wrestling. So I really got into the detail, how to do stuff and gimmicks and all the crap, and it just came successful.
Right. Um, Let me say. And how many times have you held your world championship? I mean,
Well, if I would count, today I just had a match for my championship, which
right.
will be posted.
Okay.
So basically, now I am an eight-time world champion.
See, that's crazy because you're an 8-time world champion and I'm a 7-time world champion. So you beat me on one. You beat me on that one. So it's just I'm proud of you. Also, um, wow, 2016 has been your year because you are the first superstar of the year of backyard wrestling. Like that's crazy. Like 2016. How do you feel about that award?
Really, the name superstar, I like the name, but then again, I sometimes don't like the name superstar yet because everyone is super in their own way, and some people are star in their own way. That's why I've had my name of the name Star after every individual character or whatever. But sometimes people don't want to be mentioned by that because for one reason only, they think they're something different in their own way, and
Right.
I took that into something different. Make it so special. But all in all, I'm just grateful for the award, and I really hope that I can win it next year. But possibly it's going to be a tough road because there are a lot of people that have stepped up to the plate and really wants that award, and I know you're going to be in that category because you have put a major performance, even though you lost the championships, but it really doesn't matter.
Right. Um, Out of all the matches that you've been in, which one was probably your hardest challenge?
See, I have a lot of hard challenges, and
Right.
if I would name one, it'll probably be Lil Money because Lil Money is actually one of the strongest wrestlers in that stipulation. I think on his power clean and squat, he squat like 200 and something. In power clean, I think it's 100 and something. I don't know. I haven't seen him lift in a while. But his fists are like humongous, and like going up against your face, it's like seeing a big hammer just going against the nail, boom, boom, boom. It's just crazy, and then out of nowhere, bam, 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 bam. It's like he's just strong. I can't stop it, but I've been plenty of times. I don't know how, but it beat me a lot. I know that, so it's kind of hard to admit, but Lil Money is basically one of the strongest wrestlers in that stipulation.
Right. So, what is your goal in future for XWA? What do you see if you can do anything better in XWA? What would you do better?
First thing first, some stuff from having better. Probably having better cameras, probably fans, probably more custom championships, more likely a ring. That's another thing that I actually want in this stipulate. And a lot of people want to do like pro sports like basketball, which I want to do.
Yeah.
And Noble is a good football player. Lil Money's about getting everything. And like everyone has their thing, but I told him when we go our own separate ways, we're still gonna do this because I believe that this company can go
Right.
far. And the way we live is like big in sports. It's not like they watch wrestling, but they're not really a wrestling
Fan.
city because mostly it revolves around baseball, basketball, football, soccer, golf, all that. And we live in a small town, but what I really want to see for XWA to happen, I want us to hit a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, and I actually want to see people actually want to support us and let us keep on going because KBW, for example, they are a major backyard wrestling company. They try their hardest to do shows, and Keith and Cage is wrestling in indies. So it's kind of hard for me to do shows and then go and do indie wrestling, but I want to be something just about as better than KBW.
Right. So let's see. Um, man, has there been any type of injuries that you have fought back from to get where you are?
Well, I'm pretty dang tall for my age. I'm actually 5'9.5", 5'10", and I'm only 13. And my right leg has actually been the hardest injury I ever faced because I remember in basketball practice I always fall on my right knee because I start in a lot of my games. And one guy actually kicked me in the knee, and like I don't know what happened that day because it was like an AAU tournament. I got kicked in the knee. I had to sit. I went to emergency room, had surgery, everything. I actually have back problems now. My last match recently, like a couple of weeks ago, I think, I took a powerbomb on the ground and I hurt my lower back. And like we didn't wrestle on like sands and grass. We wrestled on like wood chips, and like he powerbombs me, and then all I remember is feeling this numbness in my back. But after that, I just kept on going. It's mostly been my legs and my back, and nothing else major.
Yeah. So as long as you recovered and you're doing better, that's the good thing. That's always a good thing. My other question: what is coming up for XWA? Was there any pay per views that are coming up? Is there any big matches? What you got going on?
Well, we're actually coming up with a pay-per-view called Second Chance, and it's probably on next month or probably this month. More likely this month because we're supposed to have a big match, probably a battle royal
Right.
for the number one contender shot for that SLA championship, and then the second match is going to be the 48 Extreme championship. I think it's another battle royal, but I'm planning to get this all finished throughout 2016 because the pay-per-views has really just been drawn out. We couldn't plan it like we want to because everyone's been busy and everyone's been doing this and that. And our big pay-per-view called Golden Glory. Golden Glory is like our WrestleMania event.
Yeah.
We're trying to get this done before 2016 because we don't want to happen in 2000 and like early 2017
Right.
because we wrestled in cold plenty of times. We most of our matches like happen in the rain or after like it stopped raining, then we start recording. So that's why most of our matches happen, and then fall's coming up. It's gonna get cold,
Yeah, it's
so
very cool.
we're trying to get everything done before the year 2016 ends. So second chance and Golden Glory, catch that.
Yeah. And everybody, all the WT fans, go subscribe to XWA Wrestling, and you'll see everything that he's talking about, all the pay per views, all the good matches that he has going on. And speaking of the fall, you see, that's the only thing that kind of gets to us, all of us backyard wrestling. It's like when it snows or it's cold outside, we do not want to be out there. Like
No,
it was matches I had with lights out. I was forced to go outside in the cold. We had to wrestle with hoodies on. I had to wrestle with sweatpants, extra layer of socks. Like it was that serious. Like it was that serious for us to do it, to put on a show for the fans and everything. And I know where you're coming from. You're talking about how to fall and stuff like that. You're trying to get stuff done before the fall. That's something that really is good to do. Like get everything done before the fall, then all your stuff should be good, and you have a great pay per view. I already know that you're gonna show out for the pay per view. It's gonna be good. So, my next question is, This question was like it was in my mind the whole time. If there was any backyard wrestler that you can compete against one on one for one night only in the biggest match of your life, who would it be?
That's one pretty hard question because I have a lot of people like Cage, Cameron Jackson, Everett Creed, Tall Storm, all of them. It's really been a head twister. It's been really crazy. So if I was to face anyone in backyard wrestling, it would have to be AK-47 because for one reason and one reason only. I love Cage. I like him, his style of wrestling. I actually want to face him because and my finisher is called the Impale DDT. And like I pick him up and I let him right towards his head. But Cage does like a little jumping DDT. And I don't have a DDT standoff, but I really want to face AK-47 because me and him are very different.
Right.
His style is different, my style is different. It's like I can see a good combination between us two, and I think we can put on one heck of a match. More likely I will win, but it's just the confidence I have that I know I could be AK-47.
Right. That's one thing because like I watch KBW too, and Lights Out does as well. Like everybody in WWT watches it. That's kind of how we got started because we just was looking at it and was like, oh, we need to do something like this. We had a camera. Our first camera was really bad. Like it was like small like this. It was horizontal. It was really bad. We used to record on the phone, and then like I invested into an HD camera, so we've been working off of that. And like KBW, I mean, I'm happy for Cage that he's an independent wrestler, but like the backyard wrestling fans want to see them come back. Obviously, AK-47 was always I was always a fan of him, and I always liked Cage. I like his style, like how he's different from everyone else, and he really just he really delivers when he gets on that trampoline. He really does deliver, and he does a good job. Like that's crazy because like I can watch them all night and would not
Exactly.
I would not stop all night. I would like stay up all night and just watch KBW. KBW. That's kind of how everything goes. My other question is if you had to get a tag partner from any other company, who would it be?
See, I'm not a big fan of tag teams. I'm actually good with tag teams, just not a big fan around factions. Even though I'm trying to get a faction started, because for one, every faction I really had was a fail,
Right.
and, or either it was overpowered or it was a fail.
Right.
But if I would have to pick a tag team partner, more than likely I'll need an aggressor. And because I already know that I can get stuff done. If I was in the Shield type faction, I'll be the Seth Rollins because I'm a
Right.
smart guy and do all the crazy high flying all the moves and all that. But if I had to pick a guy to be a part of my tag team, it would more than likely have to be either Drew Hood or either what's his name? Or the Bulldozer. The reason
Okay.
why because Drew Hood is a mastermind, and you don't see guys like him come around. So I'll be pretty honored to have him. But then again, the Bulldozer, he's your aggressor. But then again, he makes sure that he gets the job done and do it quite as real as anyone else. And I would like to have one of those two a part of my tag team.
See, that'd be a great tag team. The Bulldozer. I mean, if I could also face somebody, if it was me, I would like to face him because me and him are both like dominant. We like to throw people around trampoline. It will be a good match for me to face him. But like I don't like tag teams either. Like me and Lights Out, we got this new talent coming in. I'm not gonna get into WWT right now. This is just about my life and everything. We got new talent coming in, and he wants to build a tag team someday. He wants to build us a tag team.
No, we up
And
all night.
I'm kind of like, should we do this? Because like then again, like if he builds a tag team, I'm gonna want to hold all the titles. But with me, tag team WWT, I would tag with Lights Out because the chemistry me and him have. But yeah, Lights Out, I would tag with him now. I'm not gonna spoil nothing for all of you all, just no fans at all. But WWT is finna get crazy. We're finna get crazy. Like I'm injured, so I can't wrestle. I'm sick. I know you can feel it in my voice. I'm not feeling good at all. I feel like this for a week. I left school. I didn't go to school for a few days because I was sick. I'm not feeling good at all. Still have this torn hamstring from that ladder and from out of school sports. So, I can't really do nothing. So I'm just sitting here on the sidelines for probably a month or two while other people wrestle NXT. And I don't hold the titles at all. It kinda hurts me because I feel like I'm always the one that's getting hurt. And I'm always the one that gets shown no spotlight. But other than that, man, who is like, huh? This is crazy. Who is like the back? What backyard wrestling company do you not watch at all because you just don't think they're good?
All right, there's a lot of them. I'm really a tough rock, a hard rock when it comes to being a reviewer or a critic because I just simply tell the truth, and the truth hurts to more people.
Right.
Yeah, if I could name only if just one, I'm gonna name a few. KPW, sorry Rob Snake, WEW, NCW, sorry Cyclone Crowder. Because for some reasons. For one, you gotta have entertainment in it because their stuff is entertainment, but behind their gimmicks, behind their actual, if you break it down on what they're doing, there is something just don't add up. Because for NCW, Saquon Crowder, I love this gimmick, the Rebel of the Underground, because we are like the underground community sort of, and he's saying, you know what, I'm the Rebel. I want to do stuff that none of you has ever done. Like, I like that gimmick, but his opponent Jay is just too simple. Jay, like if I have a candidate, well here comes Jay, and it's like you gotta have a backstory behind everything that you do. Like if you have a rival, you gotta have a backstory. Like say for instance, I face Wild Boy, and I'd be like, the reason why I haven't seen you in a while because you've been going on with your adopted parents or whatever. Like you gotta have a backstory with everything, and most of that stuff don't have a backstory. Just you know what? I'm gonna face you tonight. You face me. Have a match. Record it. Here you go. It's like it's not don't have a compelling backstory. And if I would just only pick one, that would have to be um, KPW because for one reason, it's just it's fun to wrestle when you're young. Like, cause I know Purple Claw's like 10. It actually started when I was 11 or 12. Cause I'm like 13 now. Yeah, like a 12 or 11. And I didn't have a backstory with everything. I wouldn't consider myself as one of the greatest companies of all time because for one, I just started, and for two, I don't even know people who even wrestle.
Right.
See, I wouldn't just go off and say, you know what, I'm the big dog. I want to do all this, but their company, I can tell is very different because for one, they have stuff going on and they're too much in their personal life. They really sometimes not even feel like doing it in their company. And like their characters are sometimes out of whack. Their wrestling is not really wrestling. It's play fighting. It's not really just wrestling. It don't live up to the name of wrestling. But I hate to say stuff like this, but it really breaks my heart. But it's just the truth. It's facts, and you can't face facts. And I think just KPW, NCW, and WWE sometimes not entertaining at all.
All right. Ooh, sorry about that. Allergies, sick. Yeah, I am really
Yeah.
acting up. But yeah. Oh yeah, KPW. I'm really like I'm not really a YouTuber. I'll be on YouTube and watch people channels. Like I watch your channel and I'll watch KPW. I just be I just be like thinking like all these some of these backyard wrestling companies like they're not as good. Like they're still like I don't want to sound weak. Like that's how we were. Me and my two best friends we started out with only getting like 50 views, maybe even like 20. And now that we just got bigger and bigger, we start doing better. We start learning moves and doing good spots. We just kind of came up and we're still doing it. Like I feel like if you put your mind to it and you're dedicated, you can really come up and do something great. Because we're still young, so we don't really grasp everything. So if we're doing this to have fun, that's what we're gonna do. Because the world is crazy, as we know. So it's gotta be good for us to just do something out of school and have a bunch of friends come over. Um, but you know, cut this live stream a little bit short because Moneymaker not feeling good, and I don't want to keep having to pause or do anything and sneeze and keep coughing and all that. It's my first time doing this, so I'm kind of getting all used to it. I've been on podcasts before, TWF podcast, so I'm kind of like I'm used to it, but I'm not used to being the one asking the questions. So next time I'm gonna have a podcast. I'm gonna see if I can get Kip on there. I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna get a few people on there, and then like I'm just gonna probably one day I'm just gonna have a group of people. Everybody telling like talking about. I mean, there's a lot of we're gonna have good people. I think 2017 is gonna be the year Moneymaker when I come back and get on the trampoline and fight. So, um, Evan Star, keep doing what you're doing. Um, go out there every day, strive hard, just kick some ass. That's all. That's all. That's all the dedication you need. Just stay passionate about what you're doing. Be dedicated to it. Like I stated, hey, got the win. And all the WT fans, remember what I said. Go follow. Go add. I'm thinking about ad because like I'm like an Instagrammer and Snapchatter. So I'll be like, go add me on this. Go add me on that. Go subscribe to their channel, XWA Wrestling. Watch their videos. I heard that you have a new video that you're gonna upload soon.
Yes, I will.
Go watch that video. Give them some likes and comments. And it's been real. You're here with me, the realest person you ever meet and the greatest person you ever set eyes on. I'm signing out. Thank you, Evan Star, once again. And see y'all later.
Start out.